Hi everyone, welcome back to the class. So today we are going to do the manufacturing industry and business, how they use ICT in manufacturing industry and business. Right. So as I told you last week, the ICT is used in many sectors, and we have done the education sector, the government sector, and the farming sector, fishing sector, and many more. Today, we are going to continue the lesson from the manufacturing industry and business. So, ICT is used in manufacturing high quality products and reduce the cost of production by minimizing the use of human labor in many industries and business. Since high quality products are manufactured at low cost, people can buy good quality products at a relatively low price. Before, in the past, they use the human, okay, they use the human being, or they use, as said above, they use human labors to make their product in the factories. But nowadays or today, they use the robots or the technology to make the product. So, in the past decades, a high level of human labor was needed in the manufacturing industry, but today, most of the work performed by the human hands are performed by robots. So, users of, if they use the robots, there are many advantages, okay, behind that. For an example, 24-hour service. So, than using the human labors, when they use the robotic technology, comparatively making a product, they can make more product than when the human labors make a product, because human labors can't work 24 hours per day, right? It is limited. For an example, they can work only. When we buy these robots and all these things, we don't need to give them monthly salaries and all these things, okay? But when we buy them, yes, it will take much money to buy them, expensive, they are very expensive. But after buying them, the maintenance cost is low. So the following pictures are some of the robotic technology which are used in production, and I hope you have already seen these things in the TVs and in videos also, and there are many things more than these also, right? We can search for them and we can watch them. For an example, when they manufacture computers, they use these robotic technologies. Means human labors are not there, labors are there, but only few human labors who knows to operate these machines, okay, not as before. Now when we take in the past decades, for an example, a garment, right? In the garment, all the means there are many human labors who work for them, right? So they get tired, sometimes their work is not efficient, sometimes the quality of the product gets low. So there are many problems comparing with the human labors, right? So nowadays they use these robotic technologies, but there are some human labors, but not like before. The human labors who are working in the industry are the people who know to operate the technological machines. And also when manufacturing when they manufacture of packaging material. So when packaging the thing, or here the car production, right? And labeling, when they are labeling the product, and when filling bottles. So all these things are happening with the help of the robotic technologies. So there are many more also. If you watching the Discovery Channel, they show all these things, right? How the factories make food, how they packing them, and how they label them, okay, how they make the product. For an example, now when they are making the biscuits, they are using, all they are using inside the factory are the machines, right? So the human are less and the machines are more nowadays, right? So for an example, if they want to knit something, or if they want to mix something, they use this robotic technology. And also cutting, in the cutting process, in the packaging process, in the mixing process, in the frying process. For an example, we'll say that they are frying chicken and all these things, you know, right? Nuggets and all these things, they should fry them, right? So before this, before the technology comes, people used to fry the things by themselves, means they use the human employees. But now human employees are not needed, actually the robotics are doing or frying all these things. Also when they are packing, for an example, we'll say they are packing something, um, like if they are packing, for an example, nuts or something, they should uh, they should see the weight and all these things, right? So all the things are happen now with the help of the robotic technology. So the robotic technology is used in all the manufacturing industries nowadays, because it is the biggest advantage in the manufacturing industry, right? They can do all the things with a like less expensive, less expensive cost. Okay. For an example, you know, the business people, they often have video conferencings, right? So when they, so not video conferencings, they have meetings. They often conduct meetings to see what is happening in their businesses and all these things. So often they should come to a place or book a place, and they should come from the place where they are living to the place where the meeting is conducted. So there are many issues when coming like that, right? So nowadays they are conducting meetings via video conferencing. So it is the easiest way of conducting the meetings. For an example, uh, the advantages of using this video conferencing are, they can save time. Okay, for an example, if time and the cost of the place, and or cost of the food, it can be whatever, right? Also they don't have to book a special venue to conduct their meetings. They can just sit at their home and they can conduct meetings. Also the human resource management, how the administrator how the administrator manage their employees details, like the departure and the arrival of them, and many more things, using these fingerprint scanners and the card reader. So the administration of employee activities has become an easy task due to fingerprint scanner used to register attendance. So fingerprint scanners are used to register attendance, and card reader to identify the manager or management, right? So there are two machines here. They have stated two machines here, the fingerprint scanner and the card reader. So what does a fingerprint scanner does? What does a fingerprint scanner do? Uh, it is used to register the attendance, and the card reader is used to identify the management. These devices help in recording the time of employees moving in and moving out of the office premises, preparing salaries accordingly, keeping records of leave taken, etc. Today, the above devices are used not only in the private sector but also in the public sector in Sri Lanka. So, these machines or these technologies are not only used in private sectors. Many years ago, the private sectors only used these machines, but nowadays both the private sectors and the government sectors, They both use these technologies in their uh, working places. For an example, now in at schools also they are using these fingerprint scanners. Next one, e-banking system. So you know the normal traditional banking system. The normal traditional banking system is pretty hard thing, because if you want to withdraw money, or if you want to deposit money, or else if you want to pay the bills of your house, for an example, the electricity bill, the water bill, the telephone bill, and all these things, you should go and wait at the queue, right? So it is a bit inconvenient for the people. It is the traditional banking system. So what is meant by e-banking system? E-banking means the electronic banking. Electronic banking, or we say it as digital banking also. So e-banking has helped both the business community and all of us to do convenient banking. So e-banking made the people do their work which is related to the bank very easily. For an example, the ability to withdraw cash anytime, anywhere at ATM, automated teller machines point, means you can go to the ATM, right? The automated teller machine, insert your ATM card, and you can withdraw cash anytime, anywhere, wherever you are. At any time you can just go and do the withdrawal of cash in the ATM. So it is an easy task, right? So for an example, before this technology, when people wanted to, okay, when people wanted to withdraw money or deposit money, they should go to the bank, right? And the banks are not open for 24 hours. It is just opened for from morning 9 o'clock till evening 3 o'clock, and they are closing it, right? So between that time, we should go and do the withdrawals of the cash. So nowadays, because of this e-banking system, they made the people do their uh, work related to the bank very easily with the ATM, with the automatic teller machine or automated teller machines. Since banks are connected via internet, interbanking or transactional activities are made possible even within Sri Lanka or abroad. So another advantage of e-banking system is the banks of Sri Lanka mostly are connected via internet. Means you can do online banking system. You can do withdrawals and deposits with your phone. Next one is online shopping. So I hope you guys know about online shopping. So online shopping, known as electronic commerce, which allows for foreign or local company to sell its products or services, and the ability for a consumer to buy goods and services via internet. A buyer can order goods or services of his or her choice from a convenient place. So there are some advantages also. So online shopping or electronic commerce, we call it as electronic commerce, where you either can be a customer or a seller, right? You can be a seller or a customer. So for an example, if you just open your WhatsApp, and you will find that there are many groups which are selling things, right? Maybe they sell cosmetic things, maybe they sell shirts, they sell, what do you call, this what do you call, dresses, shoes, right, bags, and many more things like household things and all these things, right? So these WhatsApp groups are doing this electronic commerce thing or online shopping thing. So what you should do is, or what you do is, You go to these groups, you can join them, and you can look for their products. If any product that you like is there, you can order them, right? Just give them the order, go and put the money in the bank, or there are also, you can give the money in the delivery session. They deliver it and take it as cash. So there are many methods of paying this money, or paying the price of the product, and you can buy the product. So it is pretty easy, right? Only making online shopping is very easy. One can, so the advantages of online shopping include: one can select any global commercial organization which is on the internet. So it can be a local commercial organization, or it can be also a foreign commercial organization, open 24 hours. Whatever the time you want to go and see any product, you can go and browse any product. It is 24 hours open. Ability to see things and order at one's convenience place. You can go and see, or you can browse many things where you are convenient. In whatever the place you are convenient, you can go and browse them. The ability to pay using the electronic payment method such as credit cards, and you can um, use the any electronic payment method, can be credit card or can be whatever the card you have, you can pay by them. And there are payment methods: home delivery for goods or services, thus saving time, transport cost, and avoid unnecessary travel related exhaustion. ICT in transport. So ICT in transport, as I told you, there are some people who says, okay, these things, these means these sectors for the people who do job, right? They should go to the jobs and they should do these things, or they must learn about the technology. If I am a housewife, or if I am staying at home, I don't need to learn these technologies and all these things, right? No. Technology is necessary for everyone, whether it is a girl or boy, a lady or a man, children, kids, everyone should know this technology. The knowledge of technology everyone should have, because the world will be changing within 5 or 4 years. So it will be changed with the technology only. So everyone should know the technology, right? So see the ICT in transport. They use CCTVs in road traffic. See, we can quote some of the systems which are used to enhance the road traffic by minimizing traffic jams. So before I think 5 years in Kurunagal, okay, there is a junction separated to 4 roads, a junction. Every day at morning and evening, that junction will be traffic jam. Okay, it will take time to come out from that. But now, recently, they are using the road traffic lights nowadays. So it is pretty easy to come out from the junctions now, because they have used this technology. No policeman. Before they had policemen on all these things. But now they are using this traffic light control system. So it is easy, right? CCTVs, closed circuit television. This system, which use the CCTV, is helpful in monitoring the road traffic, accidents, illegal activities, and take appropriate actions accordingly. As I said you last time, there are some in Sri Lanka also. I think they use these CCTVs, and there are many countries who uses where they use the CCTVs in roads. Okay, in every traffic light control system, and in every junction, every curve, they are using these CCTVs. Why? To like to check the accidents. Traffic light control system. These automated lights are positioned at road junctions. You know that. These lights help in minimizing accidents by controlling the vehicle traffic and pedestrians. Next one is parking. How they are using technology in parking. Nowadays they are using, in Sri Lanka also they are using this parking method in the using the technology. For an example, in this one they are telling about the parking only. This is an entrance pass which is stuck on the windshield of a vehicle. When the vehicle comes close to the gate of the parking space, the sensors read the place card, okay, place card, and only open the gates if the vehicle is already pre-registered. Due to its quick processing ability, this automated system also helps to avoid building up of traffic at the gate. Is ICT in entertainment? You know, in entertainment we use ICT always. Okay, so various ICT devices and equipment have been invented to provide some peace of mind to human beings who are spending a busy and restless life today. Actually, ICT in entertainment mean not a stress. Okay, it is a stress relief, but the human being made this entertainment as a stress. You know, right? There are games. The games are provided for us to stress relief, to relieve our stress, to be to relieve our tiredness. We'll see the devices which are enabled to use. One is to listen music to overcome a monotonous life. Okay, so we listen to music to calm down, listening for music. Watch Miss TV programs or movies of own choice through the internet. It is also happening now. Not only the internet, if you have a pure TV connection, you can watch the missed movies or missed teledramas and all these things in the TV. And if you missed anything, you can go to the you can go to the internet and uh, watch these programs through the internet also. Exchange information between friends and relatives who live abroad or whom we have lost touch through social media, and using social media to um, exchange our information with our friends or relatives who live abroad. Okay, if they are far away us, or if we don't have any connections so far, so we keep the touch using this social media. It can be Facebook, Viber, or IMO or WhatsApp, whatever the platform. Watch high definition video using technology. You know, high definition video. High definition video means high quality of picture and high quality of sound. These are high definition videos. Okay, so using the technology for entertainment, you know, there are, for an example, there are some devices like speakers and all these things. We can use them to watch a film or something. When we watch these films and all, we feel the reality of the film. These are high definition videos. Okay, like we watch 3D videos. So it is also like real. In real, it happens. Surf the internet. Surf the internet means using the internet. We don't say use the internet. We surf the internet. Because in internet, we are searching for many things, right? That's why it is called surf the internet. This helps children to do learning activities and play games during the free time at home. So you can surf the internet to learn about many activities and play games during your free times at home. Read e-book on internet. You can read ebooks. There are a lot of ebooks nowadays. Okay, you no need to go to the bookshop and buy all these books. You can also read them in your smartphone. Take photographs of interesting places and store them in the computer. So all these things are used in the entertainment. So as shown here, social network, listening to music and watch video, digital photos, video games, watching movies, watching digital technology TV programs, e-news and e-books, downloading and listening to music on internet, digital photography. In day-to-day life, there are instances where you use computer systems by knowing or unknowing. For example, a modern car consists of a lot of computer systems, as I said before. Moreover, a modern ticketing machine in a bus, washing machine, indicating the distance that can be traveled by the existing fuel in a vehicle, can be cited as examples. Okay, now we'll see the demerits of ICT, means disadvantages of using ICT. As I said, there are two phases. Not only does ICT help us as enabler to perform our day-to-day activities, it has become a close companion also. You know that, right? Nowadays, technology is not means the people are not only using this technology in their day-to-day life like just like that. No, it is very, very close to the human being nowadays. The human cannot do anything without using this technology. So it has become a close companion, like a best friend, the technology. However, if you associate this companion in an under manner, it may bring forth it will bring forth undesirable effects to you as well as to the entire society. So yes, it is a close companion, but you should use it in a good manner. Okay, if you cross the limit using this technology, it will affect you, and not only you, it will affect the entire society. The following are some of them. So one is addiction. You know, if you are addicted to the thing, you can't keep it go away, right? Addicted mean addicted. You should use it. So a student or any other person who immerses himself or herself in the excessive use of computer or who plays games on internet without a limit may lose the track of education and or end up with ailments such as sore eyes, back pain, headache, etc. So addiction is a bad habit. So addiction means many people think that addiction means getting addicted to the drugs and all these things only. No, it is not like that. Okay, addiction means if you use something and you cannot let it go. Okay, if you want to use it always, it is addiction. So there are people who are addicted to books. Okay, they can't sleep if they don't read a book. There are some people who are addicted like in speaking. They want to speak more. They are addicted. There are some people who are addicted in food. They can't keep their mouth shut. Always they want to eat something. So they are addicted to this food. Likewise, people can be addicted to technology also. And also it will affect your eyes. It will affect your back pain. It will give you headaches and many more things also. Building unsuitable friendships to social media. So in social media, for an example, in Viber, IMO, and Facebook, Instagram, we get a lot of friend requests and followers, right? So we don't know who are the true people, means who are the people who like truly to move with us, and who are the fake people we don't know. So sometimes we build up some friendships with unsuitable people through the social media, and then end of the day something bad will happen to us. They can hack our account, or sometimes murder can happen. Okay, so these lead to uh, dangerous things end of the day. When the computer is infected by virus due to improper use of internet, it may not function properly or go out of order. So also there are some computer viruses. You know what are computer viruses? We learned them. So computer viruses, when whatever the device is connected to the internet, it means it will be affected by computer viruses. If it is connected to the internet in your computer, viruses can be affected. So you should be very careful when you are using this when you are using network and internet. Mental disorders may affect a person, causing harm to himself or herself and to society by visiting improper websites. So mental disorders can happen because of visiting these improper websites. So improper websites mean there are some harmful websites. Okay, going to these harmful websites mean not only the bad websites. Okay, like for an example, I say I go for a website and I read articles. So some of the articles can change my mentality. Okay, can change my thinking about the people. All you have to know is not all the articles or the information or the news which comes through the internet or through the social media are true information. Okay, you should be very careful about the information, because there are some harmful information which are sent to change your mindset. Okay, you know there are people who change the mindset of the people, right? Sometimes they speak very sweet and they make our mind change within seconds. We trust him very easily, right? No, we have a brain and we know how to think, right? So when reading something which is coming through the internet or the social media or whatever the article, when we read it not only in the internet but also in the newspapers and all these things, or when someone tells you something, don't agree with them at once. Think about the information they are giving to you, whether this information is true or whether this information is a good one or a bad one. You should think about it, right? So sometimes mental disorders can affect in a person because of this, or harm himself because of visiting these improper websites. Next one, publishing of distorted photographs and videos of individuals affecting their personal lives. So maybe they can take our pictures and they can edit it in a bad way and spread it to the internet and through the social media. Okay, so these things are also affecting our character. Obesity due to less exercise. So obesity, you know, right? 24 hours it is not good to use the technology. There are some ways of using the technology, and how to use this ICT, the last chapter of grade 11 you will learn. Okay, how to use a computer, how to sit in front of it, how to use the keyboard, the mouse, how to look at the screen. If you are 24 hours working with the screen, how to protect your eyes. So there are things to do. Isolation, you will be isolated, you will be alone when you use these technologies, isn't it? For an example, you see nowadays everyone are using the technology, right? So the son have no time to talk with their parents, the daughters have no time to talk with their parents, and the parents have no time either to talk with their children. So they don't know what are the problems are going on in the family, all because of this, the use of technology. But if you use it in a proper way, all these problems won't be arising. You should use it in a limit. You should have a time to discuss with your family. You should have a time to discuss with your father and mother, grandma and grandpas. Okay, you should have time to enjoy your life with your sisters and brothers at home. So you should use it in a limit. It is not your life. Technology is not your life. Okay, it is just a thing that you are using for your life. A thing. When it is necessary, you are using it. If you want to study, you use it. If you want to work with it, you use it. If you want to do something with it, you use it. It is not meant to use 24 hours. You should have time. You should keep it away and spend time with the real world, not only with the technology world. Understood? So the technology is invented for good things. But who made it bad? The people. They used it unlimited, and they harmed themselves. Okay? Violating copyrights. So violating copyrights means uh, it's your product. For an example, your photo or your video, your audio, and they are violating it. They are copying it and spreading it everywhere. Like this, it can happen. Okay, there is an option that ICT has negative impacts on human society due to issues mentioned above, but we have understood that the system made by ICT make most of man's usual work easy. Therefore, it is our responsibility to use ICT in a responsible manner. Now, you know, not only the ICT, for an example, I tell you uh, why we are learning science, to obtain or to get good knowledge from the science, right? To know about the science. So it is not harmful. But there are some people who use this science to harm things. So it is the bad side of the science. Understood? So in everything, anything you take in this world, we can use it to uh, benefit our life or to harm our life. We should know how to use it in the good manner. We should be responsible to use it in an advantageable manner and not disadvantage. Now understood? This you should understand it very well, that ICT is not a bad thing. Many people think that ICT is not good, right? For an example, I tell you, there are some educated people also who thinks that ICT is harmful. I tell, yeah, it is harmful. I can't tell that it is not harmful. But if you use it in a good manner, it won't harm yourself. You should use it in a limit. Okay. You should use it as it is said. Okay. Now, if we have headache, we use Panadol to drink it, right? It is a painkiller. So, is it good to drink it regularly when I am having headache? It is harmful. It can kill yourself, right? So if you regularly having this headache, what you should do? Go and consult a doctor. Don't drink it. So there are limit for everything, whatever the thing, even in education, even in work, job, there is a limit. Understood? You should understand how to use it in a particular limit. Until we will meet again at the next class, thank you very much for joining the class and have a nice day.